Okay, Han, I want to quickly show you how you can find your perfect match. So this is how I help my clients find their perfect match. And yeah, I'm just helping you out right now. I want you to first go through the attachment style test and figure out what kind of attachment style you have. A couple of years ago, I had different kind of attachment style personally, but right now I took a test here on this website, and I'm predominantly secure type, which means I have secure attachment style, and there are 4 attachment styles. There is an anxious, avoidant, disorganized, and secure. Disorganized is like avoidant plus anxious, and secure it's the most healthy one. And secure types are usually the ones who have very long-term relationships and prolonged marriages, and this kind of relationships. This kind of people end up in relationships where they have one partner for their life and they're not crazy about letting their partner go somewhere. They're not envious a lot of the times, so they're secure, they're healthy minded, their mental health is on point, and when they're in a relationship, they're not anxious about their partner. Like, does he love me? Does she love me? What can I do so she loves me more? What can I do so he loves me more? And this kind of a secure attachment, avoidant is not secure, right? Avoidant is someone who is doing everything so they don't get hurt. And a lot of the times, those kind of people, they can be arrogant, they can be pushy, they can be closed off, they can a lot of. I think, as far as I remember, 90 or predominantly these are male, right? And it has something to do with the health and our evolution. I'm gonna let you know about it in a minute. So, yeah. Okay, first I want you to go through the attachment style test, and I'm gonna include it down below. And here, I'm also secure. Okay, very good test. Looks like this. You start the quiz, and yeah, I just took it, so you start the quiz and you go through it. Okay, you figure it out. And if you're anxious, you can't afford yourself to be with an avoidant partner. This is what is happening a lot of times with men who are chasing women not in a good way. It happens a lot of times with men who are chasing avoidant women. They are doing everything. They're buying and buying and buying and gifting and gifting and gifting, and the woman, she doesn't care about the man, she cares only about gifts, and that man is usually anxiously attached. He is trying to balance out his insecurities and his anxious attachment with the amount of time that he's trying to give to that woman, with the amount of gifts and presents and everything, because he is anxious about the fact that she's gonna leave him, and she is usually avoidant, right? She doesn't care. He is scared to be hurt because so many men maybe have failed her, have used her, so she doesn't believe in love anymore, she doesn't believe in men anymore, or she is intentionally doing all these avoidant tricks so the man kind of hooks up and is trying to give her all of that. Usually, avoidant women and avoidant men as well are those who have they don't believe in love anymore, or they deep down they're afraid that one day that person will leave them, or everyone will leave them, because everyone leaves in their lives, all the loved ones, in one way or another. They're not with them, they leave, so that's why they're scared. It is also safe to say that, in short, how to cure the anxious attachment, you need to surround yourself with people who love you, who truly care about you. You can't afford yourself to be with someone who is avoidant. You can't afford yourself to be with someone who's struggling as well with their attachment style, and they reject everyone in their life because, well, if you want, you can, but and a lot of the times it does happen because anxious and avoidant attachment style, they're like magnets to each other, right? And a lot of people know that already. But You can't afford yourself to be with an avoidant partner, and if you right now don't have an avoidant partner, then try to find a secure one, because the secure partner will heal you. And it doesn't have to be, by the way, a secure partner. What it has to be is, it can be your friends, secure and healthy minded friends. And that's the importance of friends that surround you. If you're surrounded with friends who, if you're anxious, if you're surrounded with friends who are also anxious, and they're anxious about the world and about their partner, you will both be anxious. You need a secure partner who trusts his wife, right, or trusts her husband, male or female. And better if you have secure friends, both male and female. You need to understand both parties. It can be just one friend or just two of both sexes, right? Okay. Avoidant attachment style. If you're a man and you're avoidant, and it happens a lot of the time, you are rejecting, and that's, by the way, evolutionary, men are rejecting a lot of stress and nerves because it affects their neurological system, their whole body in a different way. And the studies have been done, and I'm going to include probably somewhere here. The studies have been done that men are influenced by the stress in a different way, way more than women. It is easier for women to calm down than it is for them. Even when men are not showing it, you men, you everything is boiling still in there. It's harder for you to calm down, and it is a biology, evolutionary. So that's why a lot of men are in an avoidant way. They're trying to avoid any stresses, any drama. That's why a lot of men talk so much about finding peace. They don't want a drama woman. They want just peace, a peaceful woman, or a woman that will bring a lot of emotions and feelings into their lives, but it will be predominantly positive emotions. They cannot afford themselves a woman who is crazy and screams a lot and maybe bitchy. They just can't. They're like, So they're avoidant, right? How to cure that? In my opinion, it's a bit harder to cure, but nothing is impossible. And again, you need to have a secure partner. You will look at a partner, you will look at a secure partner or a friend, and you will see they're not going anywhere, and they're with you, and they are not interrogating your personal space, and that's it. And there are a lot of things that you gotta do as well, but yeah, that's the main thing. Disorganized, it's kind of mixed, push and pull all the time. At a certain times you're anxious, at certain times you're avoidant. So I personally first, a couple of years ago, I was first disorganized, and a year later I was anxious predominantly, and right now, a couple of years later, I'm secure. So it is all curable. Yeah, we can do it too. Because when you are secure in yourself and in understanding this world, in people, you just attract better people and better partners, potential partners. So yeah. Next. Okay, next let's talk about Helen Fisher. I want you to take a quiz as well of Helen Fisher. She has spent her life and more than 40 years of research, scientific research, social research on the anatomy of love. And she's an anthropologist. She's not one of those strange psychologists, and she has spent many years, and she's been studying hormones of people, and she has found a correlation between love and hormones, and she has created 4 types of people, 4 types of the way that people respond to love, the personality types for love. After you take the test, you will understand what's your predominant and then secondary personality type, and there are 4: explorer, builder, director, and negotiator. So the explorer, right? those who primarily express the traits linked with the dopamine system. Explorers, they are kind of people that they usually love to travel, they love to each week or maybe even each day try new things, they're always traveling, right? If it's your primary or secondary type of personality, it will affect your life so much. Even if it's secondary, it will be seen. Okay, then the builder. Those who primarily express the traits linked with the serotonin system. Builder, these kind of people, they, especially if it's the predominant and secondary as well personality type, they are the homies. They like to stay at home, they're family oriented, quite traditional or very much traditional, and usually, yeah, I'm going to put it later. Then the director, those who primarily express the traits linked with the testosterone system. Director, self-explanatory. It's usually the business owners, the CEOs, the lawyers, people who are like directors. And negotiator, those who primarily express the traits linked with the estrogen system. These are usually people who have they look at the world broadly. And let's talk about the pairings. So the explorers, in the best way, they vibe with explorers. Like an explorer and explorer. They are both exploring the world. Then the builders, they are usually best off together. The family oriented, they love to stay at home, they love the barbecue evenings and weekends. Then the director and negotiator. The director and negotiator, this is the pairing. It's not the director or negotiator. The perfect balance would be if one is a director and one is a negotiator. And usually the man is the director and the woman is the negotiator. And I am personally the negotiator, and my secondary type is builder. So I am. My traits are based on my estrogen system mainly, right? Quite soft, feminine, and my best type of person that I pair with is the director, someone whose traits are expressed and linked to their testosterone system. So someone who's like a director and business owner and etc. Someone, maybe a lawyer, these kind of people. This is my type, right? If the director's type will be someone who's like an explorer, secondary type, right? It won't work. That person will want to travel too much because I'm a builder. I like to stay at home. We won't really work. It'll be hard to compromise, right? So my ideal, for example, type is someone who is a director and the secondary is a builder, because I'm a negotiator, my secondary is builder. So I hope you understand it. Go through the test. It's amazing, and read everything about it and the matching pairings. And by the way, if your current partner is not like that, that's okay. Like, everything works. It's love. I have a couple of other things to say to everything that I just mentioned. So these are one of the first steps that you do towards the healthy relationship, if you have a relationship or if you don't have a relationship. If you have a partner right now, these tests, and if you go and read the books of the psychologists and anthropologists that I just mentioned, and of those who created these types and everything, if you go into that rabbit hole, you will understand your partner and yourself better. And when you understand yourself better, and when you understand what's out there, you are able to communicate better with your partner. You're able to understand how you can love your partner more, where you can compromise on things, and where you can maybe go deeper and figure out what you like and what you don't like, and how to work with it. Because a lot of the times when there's a chaos in a couple, people just don't understand what to do and where to look at, because it's just pure chaos, right? So if you have a partner, everything that I just mentioned, it applies to it. And when you're going to have a partner, it is quite, healthy and beneficial, I would say, to go through the test again, or maybe ask your partner to do that, so you can both understand how to love each other more, and you can work on it together. So yeah, it's good for both. In Helen Fisher personality types, there is no good, no bad. You know, you are just this, and nothing is considered here that, you know, the explorer is bad, for example. No, you're just like this. This is your personality. You cannot really change it. And a lot of times, by the way, when I first took my test for Helen Fisher, I did not like the fact that I was a negotiator. For some reason, I wanted to be a director. But then this particular test made me understand who I actually am deep inside. And this test can help you understand who you are inside, and just cut you off from all the media influence and everyone's influence who's around you, and just understand who you are and what you need, what kind of love you need, and who you are again, right? This test was a game changer for me, and her books were a game changer for me, and I use her works and her tests for working with my clients. And this is the step one of what we do, and what my clients do with me. They go through all the tests that I ask them to do, and then we go further. And by the way, regarding the attachment styles, right? If you are not a secure type, that's all right. You can go to it and you can become secure. As I told you already, find the good friends, the secure friends, and regulate your relationships with your family. That is just peak kind of mental health. Even no one is perfect, and probably your parents are not perfect, probably. So if you would like to find a secure and healthy partner and have this dream kind of relationship, you absolutely have to balance out your relationships with your family, with your mother, with your father. You just have to. You have to accept them and take them as they are, and say thank you for everything that they've done to you. And this is the path to secure attachment style and to balanced life. Because living constantly in the state of anxiety, when you're anxiously attached or avoidantly attached, in the state of, you know, being always nervous and maybe angry, or trying to push your emotions and feelings down because you don't want to be hurt, it's not the life. It's not freeing. You're not completely happy. Maybe something is buzzing all the time when you're anxious, you know, or when you're avoidant as well, or disorganized especially. There's just pure chaos, right? So I just gave you all the tools. Go on, do them, go read. And if you have any questions, you can text me anywhere. Like, if you find me, text me everywhere. I'm gonna help.